Ropa Deutschland, olé! Sverige, 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 Sverige! Heja Sverige! Heja Sverige! Heja Sverige!
Ja, Deutschland! Deutschland!
Deutschland!
Heute wir gewinnen!
Vi är svenska fans allihopa! Vi är svenska fans allihopa! Vi är svenska
Små grejer har jag också, men inte så här. Sådana grejer har jag inte så mycket.
Det är stormvakten, paranda.
Monday night, 8 p.m. local time here in Ostrava as the World Hockey Championship continues. Our feature game tonight, Team Sweden, 2-0, taking on Team Germany. They beat Slovakia, and they lost to the United States. So a critical game when it comes to Group B action. Sweden trying to get back to the podium for the first time since they medaled gold back-to-back in 2017 and 2018. Your referees are from Czechia and Switzerland, and the men running the lines for this contest are from Canada and Czechia as well. The two captains, Mueller, Carlson, shake hands at center ice as we're ready to go. Game one earlier today, the United States. It was a loss to Slovakia. Your head coach for Team Germany is Harold Price. Won their first medal last year. It was a silver since 1953. Head coach for Team Sweden is Sam Hallam. 11 gold, 19 silver, 7 bronze all time for the country of Sweden. They are loaded this year with a lot of talent on the back end at forward position. But the last 2 years, 6th place finishes. You want to talk about NHL talent? How about just the top pairing alone? It's Victor Hedman paired up with Erik Karlsson. Unbelievable stuff. So Sweden, Ryan, obviously great start, 2-0. For Germany, we know tweaking with the lineup a little bit, and one guy they got to get going is certainly JJ Peterka. There's your NHL goalie for Germany. Philipp Grubauer has had a pretty good season in Seattle, back home in the National Hockey. The first time we see Samuel Ersson. He's the goalie, rookie tender out of the Philadelphia Flyers.
Yeah, Germany needs something out of JJ Peterka. He was a player of the tournament last year. He's got 0 points in 2 games so far, so he's on a completely different line. Germany coming off a real spanking by the USA, 6-1. So they changed all their lines around. What coaches do when you lose big, especially. And so Germany will be looking to have a totally different feel against this really stacked Swedish team.
So Stakoviak, Peterka, and Eel move together for this game, and they're out to start this contest. Peterka wearing number 33 to start for Buffalo back home in the National Hockey League. Ersson, he'll play it behind the net. There's Hedman and Erik Karlsson again paired up together. Erik Karlsson to center, wanted Joel Eriksson. Karlsson will skate it in. Karlsson in front, Adrian Kempe, backdoor feed, Eriksson, and it was just knocked away in time by Peterka. Kempe got back. This is a line that Sweden does not have to tinker with. They've been fabulous. Kempe, Eriksson, and Raymond a force in 2 games thus far. Here's Burakovsky. A little bit of pace, and that wrist shot, great velocity, missed glove side.
Sweden gets a lot of flow in their game. They get a lot of quick ups because of the great passing ability of all their D-men. It's not just Karlsson and Hedman. Dahlin is great. Brodin is great at that as well. And so if the Germans' defense especially isn't aware of players with speed away from the puck, they're going to be in big trouble. Especially guys like Adrian Kempe, Lucas Raymond. Terrific. You mentioned that line. They play with Eriksson in the middle. Really impressed with that line. They've been overall maybe the best in the entire tournament so far.
Tiffles, Lucas Reichel, his first game of the tournament, and Dominic Cahoon. Reichel, 99 career NHL games back home with the Chicago Blackhawks in the National Hockey League. A first-round pick of Chicago back in 2020. So a nice little offensive boost, and maybe he can help stir the drink on this line as Burakovsky up top. Dahlin just missed. The big 3 on the back end for Sweden, pretty incredible when you have Erik Karlsson, Victor Hedman, and the #1 pick, Rasmus Dahlin. Burakovsky Able to work it down low. Holmberg. Dahlin cuts in deep. Rasmus Dahlin. Burakovsky able to hold it in. Good job by him. Burakovsky. Johansson. Marcus Johansson shifts it behind the net. Jonas Brodin of the Minnesota Wild drops it off in front. Burakovsky gloved down by Philip Grubauer, and Grubauer could see a lot of volume of shots tonight.
A lot of movement in the offensive zone. The Swedes are really good at that. Their defense will get involved. You mentioned Hedman and Karlsson and Dahlin. I'll be interested to see if Dahlin gets up on the play a little bit more. Karlsson is automatically going to do it, so I don't think Victor Hedman will. He's usually the guy staying back and covering up for Erik Karlsson. But I think Dahlin could go, because Brodin is more of a stay-at-home guy as well, too, and he's very good at that. I'd like to see Dahlin maybe more involved than he was in the first couple of games.
Lundestrom up to Tim Heed. He'll send it across. Pettersson right on Grubauer. He'll make the stop. Fabian Zetterlund in the corner. Chipped up that right side, and Olofsson, the Buffalo Sabre, will play back to Tim Heed. Isaac Lundestrom up the left side. Behind the net, tries to center. Jammed in again by Pettersson. Tobias Fowler able to poke that to center. Germany 3-on-2. Pass back, that shot at Ersson, the first good test. Leo Ferdell, great chance right in that slot area. Here's Brodin cutting in with some speed, drops it back. Karlsson score! Erik Karlsson barring in, and it's 1-0 Sweden.
Everybody's still trying to get into the game, and that includes the Germans. They had a line change, a little bit of a combination of both lines out there. Karlsson comes out fresh, and he's fresh off 2 goals in his last game. What a precise shooter he is. The Swedes get fresh talent, and they get in there so quickly that the Germans never really get all their guys back into the zone. It's not a great line change for them. And when you get guys at the talent level of this getting up in the zone, Karlsson's well aware of that. He's able to get penetration. That's like a double poster, barely inside the post. What a great shooter Erik Karlsson is. And they're up 1-0.
A couple seasons ago with San Jose, that 25-goal season, over 100 points. 2-time Norris Trophy winner. And a big-time performer so far here for Sweden. Tiffels will chip it in right to Karlsson. He blew a tire. Tiffels back to the line. Wrist shot. Went wide, playing in the corner. Jammed in by the forward, Moritz Müller. And that's all the way down the ice to Grubauer.
The Swedes are really known for their structure. They don't mess around. They stick to it. And that's part of the reason why guys like Dahlin and Hedman maybe don't get up the ice as much as they do in NHL games.
Adrian Kempe at the line. Dishes off. Jonas Brodin leaves in the corner. Joel Eriksson, who had a wonderful campaign this year with Minnesota. 30 goals, 64 points. Career highs for him offensively. Wojtek Stanowiak leads the rush. Peterka plays it across. Brodin picks it up in his own zone. Rasmus Dahlin, Eriksson, Kempe. Kempe's wrist shot knocked down. Lucas Raymond up top. Heed. That drive. Rasmus Dahlin buzzing the tower up top, and he missed the net. Kempe. It has been a pleasure watching Sweden in the offensive zone this tournament so far. They whip it around. Crisp passing, great movement.
Especially the 3 forwards. You can't tell who's playing left wing, right wing, center. It doesn't matter. They use the width of the ice so well. There's a flow to their game that's unmistakable. Even if they dump it in, they're so good at getting it back. And once they do, they just start circling around. You have to keep track of them somehow.
Johansson got checked at center. There's Tiffels back in the puck. He'll lay it back. Ubekula. Dominic Cahoon. Nice job. He'll walk it in. Part of the team for Germany that won that silver medal last year. Special tournament for him. He's a Czechia native from Planet Czech Republic. has the German passport, so Dominic Ahum. Really nice to play in front of these fans here in Ostrava, the eastern part of the country, really close to the Polish border, about 15 kilometers away. Fabian Zetterlund going to backpedal and lost the puck. Picked up, wrist shot, oh, glove stop. Olofsson in, denied Grubauer.
Quick feet and quick hands from Olofsson. That's what he's known for. That and a one-timer on a power play. You get him on that right wing side, being a lefty. But he knifes his way in here, and look at how quickly he pulls the trigger. Like that, really aware of how close he is to the defenseman. So he doesn't get so close to Cobble that Cobble can telescope with that stick. He lets it go right away, and that's a big save early on.
Zetterlund back to Karlsson for Hedman. Victor Hedman bombs one in. Big rebound. Grubauer kicked it out. Zetterlund. Wrist shot. Hedman up high. Grubauer fought it off with a good save. Got the blocker up, kept it out. Little chip and chase. Victor Olofsson sends it in. Puck played into the slot area. Olofsson's got space, shoots. Look at the chances early for Sweden. Grubauer keeping it 1-0. Shot 7-1 early. Erik Karlsson on the board. What a shot. Post in as he makes an impact again in this game. Karlsson, 32 years of age, 11 goals this season, 56 points. Obviously, for the Penguins, disappointing. They didn't make the playoffs. He had 1,000 NHL games, though, this year. And he's a special player. And guys like this have bought tickets to show up to watch that kind of talent on the ice.
Karlsson scored 2 goals last game. One of them was a one-timer. It was almost invisible. He's really getting his stride going now in the tournament.
Sweden, really, you talk about connected hockey. I would say the most connected team so far, the way they've been playing.
Agreed, yeah. Offensive zone, those 3 guys keep moving around. The decor hangs the blue line. They move in. As soon as you start sagging too far back in your own zone, that's when Karlsson, Dahlin, and Hedman hurt you.
Ehlers starts the play. Michaelis give and go. Little backhand try. Tried to get it on net as Mark Michaelis in his 4th World Championship for Germany. Kempe through the legs, comes to center, and Germany controls. Yazin Ehlers, number 42. He's behind the net right now. Part of that silver medal team last year. DEL Player of the Year, top league back home in Germany. In his 43rd career World Championship game for Germany. Peterka, some good speed in the corner. Just trying to find that game so far. Last year, he was an MVP top forward. Really made an impact. A tournament you covered, and you said he was noticeable every shift in game.
Every single shift out there. He was, in my mind, the most noticeable player in the entire tournament. Peterka was outstanding. Just hasn't gotten it going yet.
7 goals, 13 points last year. Losing that gold medal game to Samuel Montembeault, Team Canada. That shot kicked aside. Grubauer, he's been sharp. He's had to be. Here's Heed. Wrist shot, traffic in front. That was just wide. Great pressure here from Sweden. Germany really hasn't had any chances yet on Samuel Ursa. Just the one shot. Peterka. Behind the net. JJ Peterka trying to free it up. Heed is there. He played in the Swiss National League this year, top league in Switzerland. Stakoviak banned on the shot all the way back. And it'll be icing against Sweden as it's touched up by Moritz Müller.
The top guys for Germany: Eilish, a goal and 3 assists; Fodor, a goal and 3 assists; Michaelis, a goal and 2. Those are the guys you're looking at. Eels is the one who's had the most trouble. No points and -4. It was that big loss to the USA that really hurt some of these guys. 6-1 against the USA. The game just got away from Germany. So they have to wipe that slate clean and start moving. And they're starting out slowly here with Sweden's got the puck most of the time and up 1-0.
You saw Sweden might have got away with one as Wagner took the shot up high in the face. No call. Germany controls. Wrist shot right on it. Good stop. Dominic Gahu, he's a dangerous player. Played this year in SC Bern in the Swiss League. Former NHLer. Erik Karlsson hesitates. Tried to hit Marcus Johansson right at the line. Müller has it. Müller, he'll reverse. Takes play into the corner. Victor Hedman at the line for Erik Karlsson. Karlsson, backdoor feed, wrist shot again. Grubauer, a big-time stop as Burakovsky up that left side, and a good chance.
Grubauer's off to a really good start. He was their player of the game in their win against Slovakia.
Turnover as Maximilian Kastner towards the net, steered away by Samuel Ersson. Philip Gustafsson, the Minnesota Wild. The first 2 starts for Sweden, he was sharp, not really overly tested, but chance to get Ersson in. Great crowd again. Second game for us, the World Championship of the day, as icing charged again, and the Drake Broner loud. Quite a few jerseys from Sweden, but the German fans not to be outdone. It makes this championship very special.
Samuel Ersson had a good season for the Philadelphia Flyers. He had 23 wins. Good-sized goalie, not overly big. He's 6'2". Philadelphia Flyers, a team sort of in transition. They have built themselves up over the last year or so, and Ersson, I think, is a big part of their future.
And for rookies in the NHL, he was tied for most wins back in the National Hockey League. Mark Michaelis trying to find that puck up the right side. Zetterlund will chip it in. Müller, nice little pass. Verdell up the right side. Michaelis, Verdell left it. Eilish, he was in the vicinity, throws it in front. Eilish, a good job, and skated away by Olsen. He'll get it to the defenseman Jonas Brodin. Zetterlund jumping. It comes to Lundestrom. Sweden changing. Adrian Kempe. Stripped of the puck. Bertle, nice job to take it away. Cuts inside, shoots, kick save, rebound, and cleaned up by Lucas Raymond. Collision right at the blue line as Peterka taken down. Raymond shoots in and out of the glove. Ten shots now in this first period. In on Grubauer. The goal from Erik Karlsson as it's 1-0. Welcome back to our World Championship coverage. And Brian, one of the talking points as well when you look at Four Nations Cup, NHL players back to the Olympics. Very exciting for them. Very exciting for us, for the fans obviously watching as well. And it really is a chance when you kind of salivate when you go, okay, wow, we got Victor Hedman. Let's put him with Erik Karlsson. I mean, the combinations you start to look at for certain nations.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the Swedes have a lot to choose from, too. They've got 18 NHL players on their roster.
Nice to have the wealth of riches to work with at this type of championship. Here's Tiffels. Little chip to the left side. Cahoon for Tiffels into the corner. Reichel was tracking in, looking for the pass. Reichel trying to cut in. Drops it off in the corner. Cahoon going to the net. Reichel. Reichel in, shoots. Rebound just missed. This line, finally a little bit of life for Germany offensively. Some good chances there. Mueller back behind his net. Sweden changing up ice. 8 minutes remaining in this first period. There's a turnover, a near chance as Tuomi had a pretty good look. Back into the corner goes Lucas Raymond hustling for the puck. Tuomi starts the plays with Tobias Eder. Eder goes in and Dahlin trying to take the puck away. Tuomi towards the net, hit the leg of Rasmus Dahlin. He'll swat it. Comes to center, and Parker Tuomi in his second World Championship there.
We'll see how important power plays become in this game, how many penalties are taken. The Swedes are 2 for 5 on their power play. The Germans are 2 for 5 also. Sweden has just dominated the games they've been in, though. They won 5-2, 5-1. So they've only got 3 goals against, and the Swedes have scored 10 times.
Sounds like a pretty good recipe, Brian.
Yeah, and you can see the way they're starting this game. They have the puck most of the time. Again, they're so smooth. They're closely connected, as you pointed out. But at the same time, once they get in the offensive zone, they have so much movement to their game. And if you want to just play, you know, in the middle of the ice, they're going to work the seams on you, and they're going to get some really good scoring chances. The best combination is always a combination of zone and man-on-man. You have to anticipate. If you just start watching the puck carrier all the time against teams like Sweden, you're going to be picking it out of the back of your net because you start ping-ponging around and you're always 1 half step behind. Not a good recipe for success.
If you get through this game and beat Germany up 1-0, then you've already faced the United States, you faced Germany. Your last game of group play is versus Slovakia. Karlsson for Hedman. He'll work it across, wrist shot, Olofsson blocked. And for what we've seen, Slovakia, big wins today in overtime versus the United States. They could test Sweden if they bring their A game. Karlsson, Olofsson at the line. One-time drive Hedman, and that was blocked. That was a big shot, and Wagner stopped that.
Well, it would be interesting to see also, I mean, the game we just finished. Look at the stuff that went on right from the opening face-off.
Look out, Hedman nearly scored on himself. Hello, Ersson bailing out big Victor Hedman.
Well, that was just a swipe of the stick by Stakowiak, and all he did was hit the shaft of the stick of Victor Hedman. So Hedman lost control of it right into the goaltender.
Well, you see him a lot in Tampa Bay. He had a really solid season, actually offensively one of his better seasons in recent memory.
Yep, he was very good.
Turnover, wrist shot, Grubauer stops that as Linus Johansson walked in.
Germany's going to have to be more efficient coming out of their zone because it's going to be hard enough to get the puck from them in their own end.
Peterka basically 1-on-4, nearly able to bring it in, could get the shot away. Dahlin in his own zone for Froden. Froden sends it across. Grubauer steers that easily into the corner. The shot from Carl Grundstrom. Grundstrom still swinging for that puck. Kai Wisman played it away. Wisman, number 6, a defenseman in his 3rd championships, a player that's caught your eye in this tournament.
Yeah, he's a real experienced guy because he's one of those guys. He knows the details. He knows how to read the rush coming at him. Doesn't matter if the puck's on his side or not. He knows who's dangerous, and he gets to those dangerous guys quickly.
Andre Burakovsky, Johansson, and that hit a leg, went wide. Just over 5 to go. Good pace to this game. He works it across. Pettersson, big blast, score! What a rocket from the blue line. Marcus Pettersson, and it's 2-0 Sweden.
Just an outstanding shot. It's a heads-up, brilliant slap shot. Germany's all over on one side, and when the Swedes are able to get the puck in the offensive zone, goes back to the point and you go D to D. So then Pettersson has a chance to really walk down. Watch all the black jerseys over on one side, especially the forwards. Now you have a right winger for Germany going over on the left wing side, which means that Pettersson can walk down on that wing. Look at the penetration, and he's got all kinds of time. So he's 3 or 4 feet below the top of the circle, and that is a brilliant shot. That's super slow-mo. He just hammered that thing right up under the crossbar. What a great shot. So we talk about all the other defensemen and who scores on a gunner of a shot. Pettersson on the third pairing.
Well, a couple Pittsburgh Penguins, a couple big-time shots, 2 defensemen on the board, and 2-0 Sweden. Here they come again. Here's Kempe. And that was the storyline before we started the tournament, Brian. We looked at this roster and we say, okay, you got Dahlin, you got Hedman, you got Karlsson on the back end. Pretty good start. Yeah. And then the forward power, and again, the defensemen getting involved here offensively.
Yeah, in game 1, it was the forwards more than the D. And it was headed by the Eriksson Ek line. They were absolutely dominant, and I think they gave a lot of confidence and a lot of flow to their forwards, and they dominated, and the defense were just good, solid. They do what they do, but since then the D-men have really started to pick up, and it's really followed now in this game.
Well, Pettersson and Karlsson, D partners back in Pittsburgh. As Karlsson wrist shot, Grubauer under siege right now. That shot 15, Germany just 3 on Ersson. Quickly up to Hedman. Germany changing. Hedman will sweep it in. There's Wisman trying to clear. Ferdell there jamming away. Mueller up the left wing. Flips the knuckler in. Mark Michaelis was there, but Sweden controls the puck. Good outlet again as they bring it in. Victor Hedman wrist shot. Available rebound. Zetterlund skated by it. And Grubauer will have to be the game's first star here for Germany if they have any hope to get back in this thing. Zetterlund. Brody. Rundstrom got checked. Puck battle continues behind the net. Michaelis there. Finally, Kai Wisman has it. Wisman for J.J. Peterka. Peterka, oh, good defensive stick. Rasmus Dahlin took it away. Rundstrom the other way, high into the glove. And off the glove and behind the net. Linus Johansson got checked. Aylis trying to work it up ice. Drop pass, wrist shot, never got through. Big hit behind the net. Stankowiak over the line, he'll backhand it in. Throwed it. Rundstrom. 291s collide there as Moritz Mueller in his 12th World Championship applied the hit. Stachowiak. He fell. Sweden possesses the puck. 2:30 to go in the first. Burakovsky with a touch pass, but Wojtek Stachowiak got back. Peterka chips that out of play. 2-0 Sweden. The Penguins partners back in the NHL. Karlsson and Pettersson. Welcome back to beautiful Ostrava Arena. 2-0 Sweden. This building was built back in 1986. It's home to hockey club Burakovsky. Plays in the Czechia League. A $23 million renovation in euros to the building back in 2003. Hosted the World Juniors in 1994. Again, more recently in 2020 as well. And a great co-host city. Prague and Ostrava. We had a great time. Day 4, the World Hockey Championship. Our second game of the day. It was Slovakia hanging on and overtime win. They led in the game. USA battled back with 2 gorgeous goals. Kachuk and then Luke Hughes, and then OT. It was Kellerman, a tip in front on a Nemeth shot. And so here we are, game number 2.
That point's going to be big, though, for the U.S. The fact that they fought back and tied the game. Losing in overtime, they still get a point because it did not look good. Through the early part of the third period, did not look good for the U.S. So those 2 great plays to get themselves tied up in the game and send it to overtime. It could be big down the stretch.
Burakovsky puts on the brakes. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first. Burakovsky. Pedersen to Burakovsky. Tim Heed throws it down low. Getting pinned there is Pontus Holmberg. Burakovsky for Heed. Heed, Pedersen again. Burakovsky. Sweden just skating around with ease here. Heed, Johansson. Throws it up top. Reichel couldn't clear. Puck behind the net. Kay Wisman trying to flip it up. And finally Tiffles at center. They'll work it down the ice. That should be icing.
No, they waved that one
did.
off.
Okay.
Yeah. One of the criticisms actually of Sweden in the past, and I know early in the tournament last year, is that they passed too much and that you could take advantage of it.
Kempe one-timer, whiffed on it. Steal, Lucas Raymond. Oh, and Eriksson Ek, he had a great chance and healed it right through him. Final minute, 2-0 Sweden. Erik Karlsson, already a goal in the period. Karlsson, and puts Hedman in a tough spot. Peterka, opportunistic, was trying to steal. Raymond brings it right back in. Raymond hands it off. Joel Eriksson, excellent shot wide. Just the 3 shots on Samuel Ersson in this period. And Sweden, really, you want to talk about momentum or tilting ice. They've tilted it. 16 shots. Peterka, one last burst coming in. Got a high stick up on Karlsson.
Yeah, did he?
And they're going to call it. Peterka. Oh, and then Karlsson didn't like it. Slashed at Peterka. Extra attacker out. 15 seconds left. As the play continues, flipped over Fabian Zetterlund. He took a big body check. Yeah, Peterka is hot and frustrated.
Yeah, he was getting a pound of flesh out there. I don't know if he'll get a double penalty here. He got a pretty good whack on Zetterlund along there too. Cranky going to the penalty box. There's a look at Karlsson. I don't know if he's bleeding. Did anybody come over and check him out so far? Stick him up and got him right in the mouth. So 2-minute penalty. Karlsson with a little bit of a reaction there, but Peterka perhaps trying to get something going, and then he drops the shoulder. Nothing wrong with that hit, really. Drops the shoulder and Zetterlund there.
We've seen on the power play 2 defensemen at times for Sweden with Hedman and Karlsson. Burakovsky, smooth little pass to Rasmus Dahlin. Burakovsky, Dahlin, few seconds left, gotta be quick. Olofsson shot, score! 2.1 to go. Victor Olofsson rips in a power play goal. 3-0 Sweden.
There's that one-timer I was talking about. Seen that several times. Buffalo is in the same division as the Tampa Bay Lightning, and so seen him a lot over the last couple of years, and Olofsson could really hammer the puck. He's way out. Look at the distance he scores this one from. So the screen in front has a lot to do with it. Johansson taking the eyes of the goaltender away. Grubauer, it's a moving screen. Those are some of the toughest distractions for any goaltender. He catches all of that, and you know what? That got deflected, I think, too. So the combination of both. This might even have been going wide, just wide of the net. But the combination of Marcus Johansson passing in front of him, and then also the deflection.
Man, Peterka came out of the box. He gave the official an earful and is still continuing. He is hot. what a period for Sweden. 3-0 power play goal, and Peterka, he's off his game.
He's got to calm down. But you know what? Sometimes that'll fire you up, and they need some fire here. Germany just trying to play checkers out there and try to figure out how to stop Sweden, and that's tough to do. I think they're going to have to try and get this a little bit more physical because Sweden just running over them.
Carlson, Pedersen, Olofsson, a power play goal, 3-0 Sweden. Laura Dyken, Carlo Koliakovo, your intermission next.
What an impressive first period from Team Sweden, I have to say, because they're shooting.
Hello, Morris. Good game tonight? Eric, good game tonight?
Hey boys, let's do it here.
1, 2, 3, team! Okay, guys, have a good game. Play tough, play fair, guys, okay? Hopla, sorry. Stick down, let's go, release, guys. Play the puck, play the puck. Good hit, shoulder, shoulder. It's okay, shoulder. No, it's on the stick. Lot to do. He touched with the hand. He changed the speed and the direction, so it's an advantage. That's why we can, yeah. But if you change the speed or the direction, that's an advantage. We have to call that like hand pass. Even it's not really hand pass. You know what I mean? Hey! Don't do it! I have it! Go, Chris!
Let's take a quick look at what's going on in
Couple of Pittsburgh Penguins blue liners getting it done in that first period. And Philip Grubauer, let's be honest, he didn't have a lot of chances on those 3 goals. Erik Karlsson, what a rocket off the post and in. Then Pettersson, a big blast. Olofsson got the goal, 3-0, a power play goal. Rasmus Dahlin, the Buffalo connection, set him up. And those 2 guys have been partners before. They won a Champions Hockey League title together. Dahlin and Olofsson, now they're starting together in Buffalo. And when you look at Team Germany here, Brian, really, there is frustration. What can they do to try to regroup here to start the second period?
They got to get some offense going for sure. They have to back Sweden off in their zone. The classic way to do it is say, well, we got to get pucks in behind their D, but that's easier said than done when you have mobile guys back there on Sweden. So I think you have to do the opposite. Is you got to carry the puck into the zone and hold on to it in those areas to the outside. Don't overpass. Try to hang on as much as you can here, but they have to be a lot more efficient in their own end.
Puck battle at center, playing away in this second period. Shot 17-3 Sweden in that first period. Wojtek Stankowiak racing after the puck. He's in there with Alexander Eel. Puck got spinner and spun around was Lukas Galbel. Wheeler nearly gave it away. Kempe was in the vicinity. Peterka lost it. And J.J. Peterka, he was pretty heated. How things ended there in that first period. Took the penalty and then the power play goal. And then when he got out of the box, he was not happy. Looks like too many men Germany now, so not a great start. Another power play here for Sweden.
Yeah, you can't give them any favors, that's for sure. Mix up in communication. It's not loud in here, so there's no excuse for that. It must have been a change of communication. Sometimes the coaches change their mind about matchups and one or two guys don't hear the directions. It's Peterka who's going to go serve the penalty. He can't be feeling too good. Harold Kreis, experienced coach of Germany. Nobody's really tried, it's early in the tournament still, nobody's really tried to rile the Swedes up either. You know, run at them or get them off their game like we saw a lot in the last game involving the U.S. and the Slovaks. It's hard to do because the Swedes are so smooth. They move the puck so well. It's hard to catch up to them at times, but there are ways to do it. Nobody's really done it yet.
Sweden next year will co-host the World Championship. It'll be in Stockholm and then entering Denmark, the co-host cities. Olofsson back for Rasmus Dahlin, wrist shot, and Grubauer, who was the best player for Germany in that first period, another save.
Yeah, he came to this tournament ready to play. He was player of the game in the game that they won. Grubauer has the Stanley Cup. He was named with Washington. He won the Memorial Cup way back when, too, with Windsor. Grubauer was 14, 16, and 2 with Seattle this year.
Final season in Colorado, 39-1. He had Vezina-type numbers. It was Marc-Andre Fleury won it that year, his first for the Flower. Here's Olofsson. Plays pass with Johansson and Zetterlund. Now up to Dahlin. Dahlin for Burakovsky. Dahlin thought about the one-timer across. Olofsson shoots and he's the trigger man, and he missed that time.
That wasn't right in the wheelhouse where he needed it.
That one might have been, and he fired
it was. Yeah, the adjustment there from Dahlin on the pass, that was in the wheelhouse.
What a little move there. Well, if anyone knows where the wheelhouse is, it's Dahlin. It's Olofsson.
Yep.
Through the crease for Burakovsky. He would know, and I'm sure he would tell him if it wasn't. Here's Dahlin again. One more time. That drive, this time it was Johansson, and he missed the mark. Good pressure, nothing yet. Burakovsky. Zetterlund's in front of the net. Dahlin shot, just trickled wide. Grubauer got enough. Zetterlund got dumped, and clear for Germany. 20 seconds left in the penalty. Hedman. Eriksson was stretching to try stay on side. Dumped down again, and there's Erik Karlsson. Quick strike for Hedman with Eriksson and Kempe. Kempe waiting, shooting, and maybe that one little extra stick down on Grubauer. Knocked down, lost his stick. His stick is way out to his right. And then kind of got tangled up with Fowler because he went to get it. Fowler picked it up. They're both out of the net, but no harm done. 5-on-5 hockey. Hedman, his blast missed. Bouncing around, and Lucas Raymond took a big shot. That was Fabio Wagner that hit him. Kempe, and just offside was Lucas Raymond.
And the Swedish team has so much confidence. They're just kind of toying with Germany most of the time here. So in the first period, when I was talking about the Germans have to be more efficient, certainly some of that is in their coverage, but a lot of it too is once they do finally get it, there's a look at the redirection on that last goal within the last couple of seconds, and that's why Grubauer, when it went by him, he immediately looked up ice, like, who did that hit? What happened there? Because that should have ended 2-0, but that was a nasty redirection of Grubauer, no chance on. So the Germans, once they do catch up to it in their own zone, that first pass in their own zone or whatever they do with it just has to be more efficient. You can't turn it back to Sweden and do them any favors.
Icing versus Sweden.
The Swedes, so many different weapons that they can have. Adrian Kempe, another guy that just, he's fun to watch. LA Kings, 28 goals, 75 points this year for Kempe. That's one of the many weapons that Sam Hallam has at his disposal. And right now, I just think he's looking up and down the bench thinking, how can I keep everybody in the game, everybody warm, and everybody in the tournament, even looking forward to the next game. Still being, you know, a little cautious, right? 1 foot going backwards, like, okay, we're only 1 goal away from Germany scoring and maybe getting some pressure on us, but still, the big picture stuff.
There's Felix Unger-Sorum. He's into the corner. He's one of the youngsters getting his first taste of tournament action. Still a teenager. I saw him at the under-18s for the first time. Second round pick of Carolina. Where's number 16? Mueller in the corner. Froden comes in. Germany trying to clear. Good job, Grunstrom. Pass up to Dahlin, wrist shot up high, score, Rasmus Dahlin, another defenseman, another goal, and it's 4-0.
Well, we talked about them before the tournament even started about how good they are on the back end. I think this one got touched. There's going to be, whose goal is it going to be in the long run? You got Grunstrom in front of the net. Yeah, it gets redirected for sure. It's another one that's really tough. Grunstrom's going to get credit for that. But Dahlin, the penetration again. Germany's going to have to get out closer to these guys. See, there's nobody even in the screenshot there on the replay. Super slow-mo. When a defenseman can have that kind of time, can move in that far close to the top of the circle, with their ability to pick corners, then of course redirections like that, they're going to have to help Grubauer out a little bit more than that.
Grunstrom 8 goals for the Kings this season. He gets that redirect in front, so a 4-0 advantage. Laughing about it on the bench. It's fun to win, and Sweden's had a fun little start, a good start to this World Hockey Championship.
Now, even their fourth line that they have used, Grunstrom, Johansson, Linus Johansson, and yes, for Froden, you know, they play the same kind of style. They get it in deep. They're patient. They don't try to overextend or be something that they're not. They just execute really well.
Sweden will have Kazakhstan next, and they'll take them on Thursday, so a little bit of time off for them. There got dumped there right at center. That was Lucas Raymond back on his skates. Take another shot from Eder. Eriksson Ek backhands it in. Jonas Brodin's in deep. Brodin up to the line. Eriksson Ek. Nice move. Backdoor feed. Kempe just out of his reach. Stretch pass up ahead for Parker Tuomi. Dahlin got back. Eder at the line, shoots, and a deflection. I think the stick of Parker Tuomi, and a good save there, so probably his best save. Wrap try right in the crease, and finally some pressure as Hassner got that on net. Another turnover. Fordell didn't get that shot off as Eriksson Ek got back defensively, and it's jammed in by Sweden. Got the wave going on here in the building on this Monday night. It is day 4 of the World Hockey Championship. Wrist shot again. The tip just wide. Fordell. Leo Fordell, a couple good looks. There's Johansson, some speed over the blue line. Johansson in with Burakovsky. We like Burakovsky's game. We touched on him in our opener before this broadcast.
I do. He's an experienced guy. He's a winner. He's won the cup. He knows what to do. He knows how to play by the clock and the score. Right now, they're in total control, so you just go out there and make plays, and you can really play free. He's certainly capable of that, but when the game gets really tight, too, guys like him come out and play because they make the right plays consistently.
Here's a turnover. Peterka's in. J.J. Peterka, what a stop, Harrison. That might have just lifted the pressure and a bit of weight off the shoulders of Peterka, but he couldn't beat Harrison. Nice stop. Burakovsky, lone man in, everyone changing. So he'll hold on to the puck. Move it across. Heed loads up, score! Tim Heed with a rocket.
Nope, waved off.
Okay, instantly.
I'm guessing interference with the goaltender, I'm guessing.
Crease violation.
Crease violation,
Yeah.
okay. That was another shot from the point, though, that was going in. And if this were, they're conferring, as you can see, if this is allowed in the long run, this is the equivalent of a 2-goal swing, because you have Peterka, a flat-out breakaway, who has a chance to make it 4-1, and instead, if this is going to stand, which it was waved off, would be 5-0.
Oh, so contact with the goalie.
Yeah,
crease violation, either or.
Yeah. So it's still 4-0.
Watch your crease!
You can even hear an official in the background saying, "Watch the crease. This will be a better look." Grubauer, yeah, there it is. It's a good call for sure. Lundestrom trying to take the short route in between the defender and the goaltender. That's a good call.
Seven minutes gone, second period. Icing against Germany. So a chance for Sweden to get back on top of the podium, and it looks like they have the horses to do it here. Reichel trying to break in with Tipples. Fabian Zetterlund cutting in. Zetterlund, one hand on the puck. Wrap try in front shot. Oh, what a stop, Olofsson. Denied by Grubauer. What a save by Grubauer there. Zetterlund across, Dahlin in front, jammed in, and how did that stay out? Lundestrom, and wow, a pilot after. Dahlin's at the bottom of it. Wow, I love, we'll see the replay. I don't know how that stayed out.
Grubauer with a terrific save. Olofsson had a great chance, a cross-ice pass, really difficult to handle, but Grubauer didn't seem to have any problem with it at all.
Stop! Stop!
Sam Halam and his team in this tournament, it's game number 3. They haven't conceded a goal in the first period. They've scored a lot, and here's a look at that save.
Olofsson with a couple of really good tries and just stymied by Grubauer. Grubauer, even though he's been scored on 4 times and it's been difficult and he's been betrayed a couple of times by last-second redirections, he still is fighting all the way. And there was a bit of a scrum after the fact there too, and he got some defense from his defenseman too. And I think, yeah, Germany has to continue to do more of that and defend them more with a little more snarl in front and push those Swedes back. It's a little bit too easy for them making plays, and they're just walking through this game at times. Germany's got to make it tougher.
Grubauer, one of 3 goalies in the NHL, born and bred in Germany, to have 100 or more wins. Stanley Cup pretty special, a Capitals 4th round pick back in 2010. Last few years in Seattle with the Kraken. Puck at center. Linus Johansson spun around. Good patience. Erik Karlsson sends it up the right side, and that'll pop out of play.
Victor Hedman went down pretty hard there on that one tip. He went right to the bench. Looks like he's okay. He took quite a spill there.
You were telling me, though, in Tampa, here's a big guy that really takes care of himself.
Oh, yeah, tremendous condition. And he's, what, 33 years old now. So he has to, you know, a little bit more every year. It's amazing to look at the difference between him and Karlsson. Karlsson's such a smooth, great skater. And, ooh, big hit there. So Germany getting a little bit of snarl going there. That was Jonas Mueller with a big body check in the open ice. But the comparison, Hedman can skate, but he's 6 inches taller and 50 pounds heavier than Erik Karlsson. So, I mean, they're bound to have a little bit different styles, for sure.
And he's got that 747 wingspan reach when you think you're by him and you're not. Eriksson Ek shoots right on into the glove.
There you go. There's a little more again.
But this is kind of what you didn't mind seeing out of Germany.
I think they have to. They've got to mix it up a little bit. It is not working the way it's going now. I mean, they don't touch the puck very much at all through pretty much the halfway point of the game here. It's not going the right way, and keep doing the same thing. It's just not going to work. So the referee is going to hand out a couple here.
Yeah, Jonas Mueller and Eriksson Ek.
Which is funny, right? We haven't seen hardly any of it. There's a penalty right away. We must have seen 34 of those situations in the game earlier today, and we might have had 2 penalties. So, of course, it matters who the officials are in any given game. But tournament-wise, they have let players go. They've let a lot of stuff go. You hear murmurs or yelling and whistling and whatever a lot during basically every game, because even trips that we look and go, geez, that's normally called a tripping call. They just have let them go a lot. It's been interesting to watch, and now almost nothing happens in this game, and they hand out 2 penalties for a little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle.
Jonas Brodin got taken down. Germany skating up in numbers. Drop pass, race shot, glove down as Stachowiak, his best chance, and the little stare down after Wojtek Stachowiak.
Those 2 went at each other earlier, so I think that was Dahlin's chance to give him a push back after the whistle. He wasn't going to let him in there, but I think there was more to it than that. But Ersson with a good glove save. He hasn't faced much at all in this game. 6 shots on goal, so you got to keep your head in the game. And on the rush, that was a pretty hot shot, and he was ready for it. Good glove.
Paterka, Stachowiak, Deal up front right now for Germany. Remember, this is kind of the lines in a bit of a blender for Harold Price. Kind of shake things up after that last game, that loss to the United States. Just joining our coverage, USA losing in overtime to Slovakia. USA was down 4 too late.
And a big point to tie it up.
Backdoor feed score. Andre Burakovsky make it 5 for Sweden.
Yeah, Germany just too loose here. Miscommunication, not good positioning. Sweden gets to the puck behind the German net quicker than anybody else, and Burakovsky's on a perfect timing pattern. He's coming in off that right wing. Should have been handled better by the goaltender, but the hesitation, he changed his mind. The ice is not great. It's been warm in this building since day 1, and Ersson got caught. He thought he could get it, then he couldn't, and that caused the problem. And then he has to go back into the net on the same side that he came out of, and the puck is going to be scored from exactly the other side. He can't get there.
Burakovsky, born in Austria. He was raised in Malmo, Sweden. Beautiful little town. Right across the border, very close to Copenhagen. And your player to watch up the top of the broadcast. Another goal here in this game.
The more guys you have feeling good about themselves when it comes to scoring, and nothing makes you feel better than getting a couple of points.
Here's Lindstrom. Isaac Lindstrom up top. Zetterlund shoots. Good stop, Grubauer. Here's Brodin. Brodin in on Tiffels in the corner. Jonas Brodin behind the net. Zetterlund. The San Jose Shark. He's under some pressure from Fabio Wagner. Zetterlund has the puck. Hedman jams that into his own bench. 5-0 Sweden. 5 different goal scorers. Welcome back to Ostrava. Brian Mudryk, Brian Englund, Claire Hanna. Part of your coverage here, Game 4 World Hockey Championship. Brian, we're having a conversation just about the schedule coming up. So Germany has Latvia on Wednesday, so they have the day off tomorrow. And you know that Philip Grubauer is the guy. I mean, he's going to be the guy going forward. So you wonder, they have the day off tomorrow, but Latvia is no easy out. I mean, they're the bronze medals from last year. And you wonder what you do. Germany second, silver last year, Latvia bronze. So that'll be a good game in the group coming up for them next Wednesday.
And I think they got to play Grubauer. He's their guy. And I'm wondering the way this game is going, unless they score a goal here in this second period, if they don't give Grubauer a bit of a rest and come back with Niederberger and rather than get him shelled, because the Swedes aren't done here yet.
Hedman walks it behind the net. Victor Hedman, the big man roaming, still with it. Hedman gave it away, though. A good little reaching poke from Tobias Eder. Raymond, little chip off the boards to himself. Look out. He was lined up, and then he got smoked. That was Wisman, the big defenseman for Germany. Penalty coming up, though. Unger Sorum, then he gets tripped up. Might be a second call. This could be 2. Yep. 5-on-3 for Sweden coming up.
Yeah, both referees have their arm in the air. So going from bad to worse here. Visman's going. That's the original call. And then the second one is Eder. Things really piling up for the Germans here now. A 5-on-3. This will be a clinic once the Swedes get inside the offensive zone. There's the initial hit. I thought he had his elbow down. We'll see what the call is on that one. There's Unger Sorensen being pulled out. That's the second one. That's an easy call.
The referee from Switzerland, Michael Shearing, and they're going to review it.
I assume they're looking to see if it was a direct blow to the head.
Well, then the good news is, I mean, that was a rattling hit, but Lucas Raymond's up ready for the power play, so he's fine, which is great.
He got spun around. He had his head down for a minute. He definitely got spun around, and it was in the open ice. Here's the one they're looking at. You know what? It's not an elbow. His arm is definitely in. It's tucked in. That's Visman. There is contact to the head, but he's bent over. He's changing direction. For me, I don't see that as a 5-minute penalty at all. I mean, he's cutting back. Got him lined up. His arm is in. Didn't look that bad to me. I don't see a major penalty there.
And another, the worst news for Germany is that Kai Wisman, he logs a ton of minutes and penalty kill all situations for this team, right? So
he's the one they're looking at. Yeah. And they take their time. We've seen a few of these referee reviews. They're not in any hurry.
Well, there was an interesting play that happened in the game earlier, whereas there was a penalty they reviewed it. A penalty shot was actually called, but during the penalty, the goalie went to get off, and what we learned was there wasn't too many men on the ice call. It was basically a premature goalie substitution. So the goalie wasn't off, the player jumped on. That blew play down. We were confused during a game earlier, and it's nice to, if you were watching us that game, it was nice to be able to clear that up. And it's good for us to learn too, because on the fly, we had no idea what was going on. So they had the penalty shot, they scored on it, and there was no actual penalty. There was not too many men, and we're gonna get the call here.
I think he said no penalty. Yeah, with Visman's coming out of the penalty box, and they saw the same thing that we did. He had his arm down. It was a good hit. At first blush, they took a look and went, okay, we're going to give you a penalty. And after the conference, took it away.
You know, and that's why, you know, the reviews are important, because in critical points of the game, I know it's 5-0, but in a tight game, in a middle game, get it right. But do it fast.
Yeah, it's a little, there are some rules that are different. Like in the NHL, you can give a 5-minute and then review it and knock it down to a 2. But you don't see this happen as a rule where there's, you know, no penalty at all called. Either there's a penalty or there's not. They can knock it down to less. But this is the World Championships, and they do have some different rules across the board.
I guess big picture, it's just, you know, get it right. And I mean, and that they had multiple looks, maybe better ones than even we did on our replays, but you know, you want to make the right call, and they determined that that's what they saw. So regardless, though, still there was insult to injury, the trip during a delayed penalty, and Peter's in the box. He's feeding on the power play, up by 5 already. Hedman back to Raymond. Lucas Raymond over the line with some speed, drops it off. Eriksson after Hedman. Hedman to Carlson. Carlson already a goal in the game. The defense has put up the offense here. Carlson, seam pass, Kempe, Hedman, Carlson, thought about the one-timer. Kempe, Hedman, Kempe, one-time bomb stopped by Grubauer, and here again, look at the luxury. You got 2 defensemen on the power play. You got Carlson in Ovechkin's office loading up the one-timer from Hedman.
Yeah, Kempe getting shots from that right wing side too. Carlson's so unique to watch because he skates with the puck behind him more than I think anybody I've ever seen, and especially when he's moving slowly like on a power play like this. So you don't know if he's going to just drag it from here and just fire it, or he's going to change direction and pass it either backwards or sideways. So it's a lot of misdirection for a goaltender to try and read his body language or his eyes. And of course, any goaltender can be thrown off by a guy like Carlson because he can look one way and pass another. But it's really unique to watch him, how he handles the puck and where he handles the puck.
An Ottawa Senators first-round pick, 15th overall back in 2008. Just hit 1,000 games back in the National Hockey League. Actually, him and Hedman both hit 1,000 this past season.
And every game, Erik Karlsson looks like he could play 50 minutes, never mind 30 minutes. He just on the move all the time, doesn't get hit very much.
Here's Heel steal. Can he break in? Hedman, though, again, we talked about Hedman's stride in that long reach.
Yeah, he just swallows people up. They don't even realize the last 15 feet. He's really already got you, and you don't know it yet.
The impressive thing to me, too, about Erik Karlsson, right? So, wins in Norris, that serious Achilles injury, and you wonder, can he return from that? Did he ever? 2 Norrises, over 100 points a couple seasons ago. I mean, just to your point, he skates over the ice, not on it. Johansson, good speed over the line. Right around the net. Johansson, Olofsson. Burakovsky. Rasmus Dahlin to Burakovsky. Dahlin, crafty to hold it in for Olofsson. Olofsson under some pressure. Michaelis trying to take it away from him. Olofsson up for Dahlin. Burakovsky. Good stick, Michaelis. He tipped that into the corner. 5-on-5. Peters out of the box. Good job by Jonas Brodin to spin away from trouble for Dahlin. Up to Olofsson. Olofsson. Burakovsky. Johansson in. And he couldn't get the shot off. been a passing clinic here. Sweden just connected, working it around. Really feeling good about their game in the tournament so far.
And Germany's making it pretty easy for them because they're really just playing a positional game. They're not putting them all under pressure. There's not much threat there. You could just see even their movement. Sometimes their feet are just spread. They're just kind of cruising in, afraid that they're going to get beaten one-on-one. You have to have a little more reckless abandon against these Swedes if you're going to have any kind of chance.
Dominic Canute hands it off. Pass it tight shot. Eriksson, a good stop. One of his better saves as Lucas Kobel. Good look there on Eriksson.
I wish we had another look at the entry on that power play by Marcus Johansson. We look at the Germans finally get in and get a chance in the scoring area. Marcus Johansson on the attack on the power play. He came up at super speed, which nobody was going to challenge him at the line, and he just went right down into the corner. I think the attack and the drop passes and everything on this wide ice surface, to me, that's the ideal. Time after time, I would want my team to do that every time because it's so much easier. The margin for error is way less. Making a pass 10 feet inside the blue line or less sideways is easier to read. It gets knocked out of the zone that much easier. Marcus Johansson took care of all of that. Just blinding speed. It's like challenging, like try to stop me before I get it deep into the zone.
It's a great point, Brian. I'd love to see Poland try that on their entries on their power play. That Bronca kid, he's got some wheels, but they have trouble setting up their power play, Poland up there for the first time.
It's a predetermined idea. They work on it. You watch tape, and you draw it up, and so everybody's running plays. But again, it's about playing the game that's in front of you. What's there? You can have a great plan, but sometimes the plan you have is not good enough, or it doesn't fit that situation. You got to read the ice and go with what works and what's in front of you.
Great to see Poland. What a story. Up here for the first time in 22 years. Had a great opening game. Here's Unger Sorum. Felix Unger Sorum. Wrist shot on. Rebound. Grubauer battling. And he made the save. Unger Sorum. Drop pass. Isaac Lundestrom. Lundestrom at the goal line. Behind the net. Just the cycle on here. He big shot missed.
You can see the Germans are just trying not to get beaten one-on-one. See how often you're just cruising out, feet are spread, playing positionally. Okay, that's definitely part of the game, but there has to be some attack and there has to be some cancellation, and they're not canceling anybody, so it's making it really easy for the Swedes to just kind of play checkers out here on the move.
They've been in the offensive zone here for, what, a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Holmberg has
second period now, and defending takes way more out of you than the offensive side.
Big Edmund jumps on. Edmund protects the puck. He slings it across. Wrist shot stop. Lundestrom trying to follow up. Lundestrom behind the net.
Swedes have gotten 3 new players out on the ice, and they're still in German zone. And all 5 guys, the same Germans, are out there. If they get it and can touch it, they got to ice it just to get a breather.
Here's Hedman. And then Carlson up top. Erik Karlsson waiting. See pass. Oh, the one-timer. We had a great look, and Lucas Raymond missed up top. Raymond again just missed the tip in front. Kempe dancing behind the net. Finally, Germany trying to clear, and they will. Stakoviak, that's going to be icing. They'll get a breather. Look at them hunched over. Wow.
See, he had to. Yeah, they're all bent over, hunched over on their sticks. It was the right play. Here's a look at the Swedish onslaught here. The one-timers, and it's been good goaltending for Grubauer, but he's had so many of them just really unstoppable.
Well, there's a cheer in the building. Obviously, we're in Czechia. They've tied things up in Prague versus Switzerland, so they're tied up at 1 over at O2 Arena. Last time the tournament was here in 2015. Sidney Crosby was the captain for Canada. They went undefeated. They beat Russia in the final for gold. Crosby joined the Triple Gold Club. Stanley Cup champ, Olympic gold medalist, and World Championship gold. Pretty special stuff. And now Connor Bedard has come over, and he's starring for Canada. 4 goals in the tournament. finalist for the Rookie of the Year in the National Hockey League. And behind the play, a German player is slow to get up and roughed up. That was Lucas Cobell getting back into the play. Here's Raymond. Raymond drops it off. Kempe curls around in the corner. Under 3 to go in the second. Hedman loads up, kick to side, rebound. Raymond trying to dig it free, and he's got the puck. Hedman one more time. What a rocket. And Grubauer.
What a save.
Grubauer's got to be exhausted too. I mean, that is shot 34.
You bet. Yeah, you bet. He's really had to hang in there. So a collision along the wall there too. 2 guys get hurt. Kempe is a little roughed up there, not feeling too well, but he's feeling good about the score. Burakovsky of the Swedes and Grubauer, the German goaltender, with a couple of words for each other. They know each other pretty well from the National Hockey League. Burakovsky is... You got a high sticking penalty here. Eilish in the penalty box. The stick came up right here, and it's going to slap Kempe, boom, right in the chin. But yeah, Burakovsky and Grubauer know each other from the NHL, teammates. And Burakovsky probably offering his condolences, like, hang in there, buddy. We got 5 on you.
That actually hit the Jumbotron, the high flip at center.
Yeah, you could tell Grubauer's body language when he went over to the bench. Yeah, we talked about the 5 guys who had to take the face off and take a whistle for icing. Grubauer was pretty worn out. He's got 2 minutes and 10 seconds worth of work yet to do before he can get a breather in between periods.
Here's Dahlin. Under 2 to go in the period. Burakovsky. Marcus Johansson behind the net. Burakovsky. Dahlin. Victor Olofsson. Rasmus Dahlin through the legs, and a good job Germany able to clear as Casimir got it down the ice. Olofsson hands it back. Johansson through center. Nice move. Still with it. Drops it off. Here's Olofsson. The things these guys can do at high speed with the puck. Here's Burakovsky. Dahlin. Wrist shot. Knocked down in front, and Germany clears.
Shots are 34-7 now for Sweden. That's the way it's gone for Germany and the defenders and the guys who've had the most ice time. And now the penalty killers make it that much worse. You got more room that you got to cover. And plus, the Swedes are just moving it around so much. Where's you out? Well, they get a line change here, so they get 3 of the 4 off the ice.
45 seconds to go. 5-0 Sweden. It's been a clinical tournament so far for the Swedes. Kempe. Carlson shoots it in. There's Eriksson Ek. Lucas Cobell. Able to chip that down the ice, and Eriksson, look out, him and Carlson
Wow, he hasn't had any touches lately. He just wanted to
He
go out.
wanted one. Yeah, that's probably the most
He's about 20 feet from the blue line.
most stress he's had. Not again. Eriksson Ek couldn't get the shot off. 5 seconds left. Sweden's got to be quick. Brodin takes the shot. There's Hedman, and that's going to do it. So through 40 minutes, it's 5-0 Sweden.
Well, the Swedish domination continues here, and they know they've got enough goals, and pretty much they're just practicing their playmaking out there at this point.
Intermission coming up next. It's Laura Dykin and Carlo Poliakovo.
Okay, when you are doing beat up, then we can. Oh, yeah.
No, I'm calm right now.
No, that's high needs.
When it comes to Sweden, simply you just have to admire everything they're doing today on the ice. Seemingly flawless game from their side. 5 goals to 0, leading the game to 2 players, and they have total control over this game. In the meantime, is our hockey side. A few moments and we are at the yard.
Jag trodde det var Ray kom där på sin forehand. Jaha. Ja. Annars hade jag inte dratt den rundan. Jag trodde bara att han skulle få forehand.
Good job. I saw it from behind and it's between your legs. Okay, good job.
Yeah.
Don't hold here. Play the puck. Hey, I'm here. Hey, let's play, let's play! Watch your crease! Hey, stop! Stop! Okay, both of you, let's go. Let's go. Roughing, let's go. Easy, watch the blue, outside the blue. We're good. Yep, thank you, boys. Hey, your D-man push him. Your D-man push him. Samman kör vi.
20 kvar. 20 kvar. 20 kvar där.
En till då. Okej. Ingen. Ja, Felix?
Ja, Felix fortsätt.
Mellunna, kör vi. Ja. Kör boys. Men vi kan fortsätt. Limpa, bra start här va? Fortsätt. Kämpa. Fortsätt hela vägen in. Hela vägen in boys, kom igen. Let's go. Kom igen! Och bara kivar!
Welcome back to our coverage at Ostrava on this Monday night after 10 p.m. local time, and a goalie change for Germany. Philipp Grubauer is out, and Matthias Niederberger comes in.
It's the right thing to do, for sure. Samuel Ersson will stay in goal for Sweden, as he should. Hasn't had much work at all. 7 shots on goal, but it's Grubauer played as well as he could. I mean, he was double-crossed on, I'd say, 3 of the 5 goals, made a ton of terrific saves. He's just under so much stress, and 34 shots on goal, that's a game's worth already in 2 periods, right, Brian? So I think they did the right thing, too, and you could see it coming. Change the goaltender, because Grubauer is going to be their guy. You don't want to wear him out, maybe get over-fatigued, maybe get injured or partially injured, and, you know, give up some more goals on top of it and be shot mentally. So it's a good move by the Germans.
Niederberger, part of the Germany team at the 2022 Olympics. He was the silver medalist as well, playing last year for Team Germany. And next up for Germany, we talked about it, Latvia on Wednesday. Here's a turnover to the backhand and a penalty coming up. Look out, Niederberger, welcome to the game. He was all piled up with Grundstrom, and it was the push in from Linus Johansson, draws the penalty.
Yeah, 91 on 91 going back towards the net, and that causes the pile up. Moritz Mueller. It's a bad turnover though, and that's part of the issue for Germany. That the puck under control, they're on their way out, make a foolish pass into the middle of the ice. There's the turnover, there's the scoring chance. Then you end up having to take a penalty on top of it. Your goaltender gets piled into. It's not exactly a clean restart on the third period for the Germans.
Net off the mooring, so some attention to that. We've seen that a few times, at least today, Brian, just the 2 games at the arena. We had back-to-back 3-game days, and the ice got beat up pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets real snowy. It's warm in here.
It is.
And they put a lot of water on, so as the games go on, this is only a 2-game day. Really noticed it yesterday, but you get back this late in the day, and it's not going to be easy to handle the puck the rest of this third period.
Another power play here for Sweden. Here's the captain, Karlsson. Hedman bombs one, and Niederberger, I think, got a touch. The screen in front from Joel Eriksson-Ek. Kastner will throw it back. Mueller. Germany killing off some more time as Eriksson-Ek chasing after the puck. Ty Wisman. Raymond took that away right at the blue line. Looked out as Mueller was lining up Raymond, and Germany can clear. This might be the quietest this building has been since we've opened up game 1, day 1.
Even the songs are quiet.
As I say that, though, the Swedish fans are standing up and chanting on this power play, so I take it back. Hedman and Karlsson.
We're just used to the whole building singing and yelling.
Kempe down low. Eriksson-Ek. Raymond. Kempe. Adrian Kempe. Victor Hedman. Back to Kempe. Kempe, the Tish. Hedman. Thought about it. Back to Kempe. He'll wait. Puck in front. Erik Karlsson towards the net and cleaned up by Germany. You just feel the will out of Germany right now. It's been a tough game.
Yeah, that's for sure. And the Swedes are just piecing passes together, trying to make it look as good as possible before they score. And sometimes that can backfire on you, but yeah, the Germans look really worn out.
Now in theory, and theory can burn you at a world championship, they have some of the easier teams in the group coming up. They'll finish things up versus Slovakia, which will be an interesting game. Olofsson, one-time drive, man, he can rip the puck. That might have grazed the mask or been out of play, but man, can he wind it up.
Yeah, he did. It was a tough year for Olofsson. He had some injuries. Said some good experiences in Buffalo. Had a great year a couple of years ago, for sure. Yeah, that was right off the top of the forehead. A high riser.
You okay?
Climbing in altitude pretty quickly. I guess you say you're in the game now, right?
Yeah, sure.
Goaltender comes in, gets one right off the forehead. Double check and make sure it's not split.
Niederberger's played well at the World, 16-7-0.
Yeah. He was a big reason they were a medal winner last year. A huge reason.
Parker Tuomi sends it down the ice to Ersson. So 5-on-5. 5-0 Sweden. Grundstrom lays it into the corner for Linus Johansson, who's the captain in the SHL for Farstad. Good little burst there, drop pass, and intended for Mihalis. Burdell trying to center. Broden plays it back, chip to center. Mueller back in his own zone. 3 minutes gone here in this third period. Mueller back behind his goalie. Here comes Marcus Johansson. Pedersen in his own zone. Germany changing. Here's Tim Heed. Heed to the line. Moved up for Burakovsky. A little bit of space. Shot. And he just missed. Holmberg drops it back. Reed for Johansson probably. Up top. Holmberg in the corner, powering to the net through the crease. Marcus Johansson to Heed. Burakovsky. Heed again. He winds up, and Niederberger will stop that.
He was able to see that blast, the decor of the Swedes, and then they've had a chance to really have some big-time shots, some really good looks, and lots of time. They haven't been under pressure at all. One D-to-D pass is all it's taken in most of the games here, and again, almost to the top of the circle. So when you get that much time, too, you can really put it on the tee and give all you've got. You never know if there's going to be a redirection or whatever, but still, just getting those shots and those reps, it's important for those Swedish D-men.
Zetterlund, Lundestrom, and Olofsson up front here for Sweden. Peterka. Nice little move through the legs. Drop pass. Oh, what a shot. And a great save as Fabio Wagner got that drop pass, and Samuel Ersson made the stop. Just the 7th shot on goal.
Yeah, they get something going on the rush, and that'll give them a little bit of juice. Sokoviak, nice little toe drag move. He's able to get some penetration, and then, yeah, late man coming in on the play. Wagner gets a chance. Didn't make a great shot on it, though. Wasn't really up in the corner, but still one that had to be fended off. And it was well done there by Ersson.
And in a game like this for Germany, you know what? I know it's 5-0. Zetterlund brings it in, shoots. Niederberger stopped it. Get some guys going. Like if you can get Peterka a goal, Cahoon a goal, the new young guy, Lucas Reichel in the lineup. Yeah. Get feeling good about your game here going forward a little bit.
Well, as you mentioned, it's going to be for Germany about the teams that are coming up next on the schedule. The ones that are theoretically lower than them on the totem pole, that wins that they should have. If they're going to get themselves into the medal round, those are the games they absolutely have to peak for. This one gets deflected up to the netting. They have to have those games. They have to have all the points. They have to win in regulation and then see what happens. And then you get in the medal round and you go, hey, we got 1 game shots. And they're coming off a huge performance last year where, you know, they knocked off the U.S. in a big game. It's a 1 game shot. Your goaltender plays well. You score a couple of goals and there you go. So whether you lose 5-0 or more in this game or you score a couple of goals, you can feel that you're going to lose already, but it's only that 1 loss. So they're just going through the process, and you're right, hoping that some of their big guns can get a little touch and a little feel and a little confidence offensively.
We got Latvia next on Wednesday, and that's probably where we'll see Grubauer. He's getting rest now, pulled from this game.
That's a big one for them.
Yeah. And Latvia's 2-0. Now both those wins, they got 2 points each. They were overtime wins. Dogovic, the captain, both those goes in OT, man. What a hero he's been.
Yeah, they're going to have an answer for that line. That top line for Latvia is really good. That's one of the top lines in my mind in the entire tournament so far. Very impressive. It's not just, you know, a goal or 2 here or there. It's shift after shift. They come out and you go, oh, there they are again. There they are again. Yeah. Getting penetration, making really good plays, getting looks at the net, and they have production.
Really impressed with Poland, too, up here for the first time in 22 years. They got a point in their first game. They lost in overtime, but boy, they battled hard. They led 3 times in that game, scored, and then Latvia battled back, tied it up 3 different times, goes to OT, and Dogovic, the hero, again.
So there's going to be probably at least 1 borderline team. Borderline meaning, are you going to get in the medal round? Is Poland going to be their nightmare, right? That's kind of the way I look at it. They could easily be, because we were both pretty impressed with Poland's push. They play with a lot of heart and a lot of desire, and that makes up for a lot of mistakes. If they can just score, they got some looks.
Finishers, right?
Yes.
They're just finishing. They get chances.
Hit the corners and not hit the crest in the goalie's chest.
We know that Hungary and Slovenia are coming up next year's tournament. And, you know, for a lot of these countries, you know, avoid that relegation.
Yeah.
And hit the side of the net to blast them to goal.
That's right. Poland, first time in over 20 years, they're at this level, and they're going to want to stay. And their pride is going to be about that. Let's do it for the guys who are going to be here next year.
And they're close. The border, we're very close to the Polish border, about, what, 15, 20 kilometers. So the fans were awesome. If Slovakia's playing, Poland's playing, or Latvia's playing, it is pretty loud in here. You can't hear yourself think or a whistle or anything.
Yeah, the bordering countries, and in these events, the fans travel so well.
Here's a steal for Sweden. Put in front of the net. Heed across. Burakovsky. Here's Heed. Only 7 minutes gone here in the third period. 5-0 Sweden. As they work it around, that shot did not miss by much. As Pontus Holmberg buzzing around. Holmberg, a little bit of speed over the line with Heed. Tried to drop it back. Turnover. And Stakoviak. 2-on-1. Peterka in, shoots. And swallowed up. Ersson able to shut down Peterka, who's had a really frustrating game and tournament. 5-0 Sweden. Brian, I'm thinking we get up there and we join those guys. They're having a great time. The Swedish fans.
Yeah.
We saw them doing the fake rowing of the boat. They're very creative. There's Bob of the Bob and Bobek fame, the two mascots. They're back from 2015.
That's definitely the Swedish section. We've seen that the last couple of days. They're all there. They have their jerseys on, and they're always in that section, just up over the right shoulder of the players' bench.
They've got a lot to cheer about. Highlight for me, Brian, I got a photo with Bob and Bobek, so I'm pretty excited about that.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. Here's Peterka. He'll bring it in. Mueller has the puck for Germany. They'll try to get one by Ersson here. Wisman throws it across. Peterka, nice move in, shoots. And yeah, a little sizzle there. He brought it in, and good shot there in Ersson.
He is upset though, isn't he? He was upset this whole game. He's upset that he doesn't have any points in the tournament yet. His expectations after last year, and they should be high. And they're high for his team, for him too. They changed the line combinations so that they could try and get him going, but I mean, there's nothing going. It's not his fault. But there's really nothing going offensively for the German team here.
Dabul fires it in for Germany. Pass in front. Elise, the backhand, weak shot. Side of the net and score. They finally got one. Leo Ferdell bangs it home, and the German fans something to cheer about. It's 5-1.
Finally up on their feet. Little sloppy there by the Swedes. Not good coverage around the net. And little loose puck right in front of Ersson, and he can't quite control it. Nothing fancy about it. Carlson mishandles it. And then just sort of a series of bad moves here. When Carlson mishandled it, he should have been hightailing it back to the front of the net. But he's waiting to go up the ice. Whereas he should have been coming back to his side, his near side post. Otherwise, there shouldn't have been a second opportunity here.
Brian, you played in these games, whether it's World Championship, National Hockey League. You know, you just don't want to create bad habits. You know, it's one of those games that's gotten away a bit from Germany. But listen, it's going to get tougher. This is, you don't win or lose a tournament in one game. Sweden's been dominant, no doubt. But, you know, you want to continue to do the right things.
That's what coaches worry about. They worry about the big picture, and they're already thinking ahead to the next game. So, yeah, they're watching the execution. I'm sure those are the things being said on the bench. Hey, let's do it the right way here. Let's close this game down. The players get a little antsy. One or two players want an extra point here or there. So you do something you're not supposed to, and you gamble. You get up on the play. You're not in good position. And really, that's what happened with Karlsson there. He gave up an opportunity because he wasn't where he's supposed to be.
Here's Adrian Kempe, had 40 goals a couple years ago with the LA Kings. He's turned into such a quality player out in California. Erik Karlsson for Heed. Heed towards the net, tipped, and in front it was Linus Johansson. Here's Johansson behind the net. Heed, Sweden changing. Heed will dump it in. Big body check, far wall. That was a goal scorer for Dell. On Pettersson. Heed's got to hustle to keep it in. Pettersson. Wrist shot deflected right through the crease. Parker Tuomi flips that down the ice. Pettersson back with Heed. Tim Heed reverses, plays it away. 105 NHL games for Tim Heed with the Sharks. At 29 points, a former Ducks 5th round pick back in the day. Here's Brodin through center, a little backhand in for Sweden. Burakovsky in the corner. Brodin for Rasmus Dahlin. Dahlin kind of lost the handle on the stick, and it's Peterka the other way. Peterka starts to give and go. A shot right on from Eel. Burakovsky from the corner centers. Pontus Holmberg lost it, and now it's worked up ice. Marcus Johansson in the corner. He gets taken out of the play by Jonas Muller. You know, we talked about great defensemen here, especially on the Swedish side. Brian, you played on some wonderful teams in the late 70s, parts of 3 Stanley Cup champs with the Montreal Canadiens. Defensemen in your time that you played with that you really enjoyed playing with, the talented guys that you saw firsthand.
All
of them?
all of those. Well, 4 of them are in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So Robinson, Savard, Lapointe, and Langway, I played with them all. And some I played the right side with, and some I played the left side with, because all of those guys are left-handed, and so am I. You don't see that anymore. Everybody wants lefty, righty.
Big drive, settled it off the pipe.
You don't see defensemen have to play the offside very much anymore.
Backdoor feed, score. Isaac Lundstrom's got one at 6-1. I thought with that talk a defenseman might score, Brian, but the forward's having some fun too.
Yeah, seam pass there in a one-timer. Not much a goaltender can do there. I think Germany just so worn out, chasing around inside their own zone. The gaps are getting bigger. Retrieval by Sweden again because of the movement that they have in the offensive zone. And that's Karlsson. See, that's Karlsson and the way he handles the puck that I mentioned before. It's always behind him. So you think the goaltender thinks he's going to shoot. He's going to shoot on me. Look, he's set. And look where he is. His right skate is outside the post because Karlsson is looking at him, and he's got it back here where you sling it from. And then he pushes it straight out laterally for the pass across. Now the push across for Niederberger's got to be gigantic, and he can't get there.
Six goals here on the board for Sweden. One shot away from 40. Philip Grubauer has been pulled, and Matthias Niederberger now in net for Germany. And it's been a tough game all around for the Germans.
Jonas Brodin's out there with Victor Hedman right at the moment. Brodin has been playing with Dahlin, and they're an overlooked combo a little bit, and Brodin especially. We'll get back to that after this break. mentioning Brodin and Dahlin playing together. It's a great combo, very overlooked as Brodin, but when it comes to Rasmus Dahlin, who plays in Buffalo, last year I had a conversation with Don Granado, the coach of Buffalo last year, and he said there was a situation, and I showed a replay to Rasmus Dahlin, and I said, what were you thinking here? And he said, well, I thought you wanted me to do this, and Don went, whoa, don't do what you think I want you to do. You are a really talented, smart player. You do what you do. If it goes sideways, you know, we'll talk about it later. But he said Dahlin is so conscientious and so wants to please everyone. He wants to please his teammates. He wants to please the coaching staff. And he said, I don't want to take away his instincts because he's a brilliant player. I was really glad to hear that because systems are what they are, and you have to have systems, but the systems have become so much bigger than the individual players at times. I think it's really hurt players and it's hurt teams. I like to hear the fact that, yeah, you go do what you think is right. Use your hockey IQ and get through the game, and we'll figure it out after that, or get through that shift and we'll look at it, because they can look at it on the bench these days.
Well, you look at defense too, so they add Bowen Byram. You have Owen Power, who's competing for Canada's World Championship.
Right.
Lindy Ruff now taking over behind the bench in Buffalo, and they got a lot of great young players. We have a few of them on both sides, obviously, in this game, but Buffalo, you know, one of those teams you wonder in their division if they can make that push to the playoffs next year.
Yeah. And John Himes said that, you know, to us about the U.S. team before the tournament even started. He said, I want guys to use their instincts. We have plans of what we want to do. But he realizes these are all great players. These are the best players you can get for this situation. You know, they're guys playing in the NHL playoffs, right? You go, well, you know, we might have a different team if everybody was available, but these guys are cream of the crop under the circumstances. So go out there and use your instincts and play your game, and we'll figure out what's working and what's not working as the tournament goes, and have individual plans for the individual teams as the tournament moves on. And that's I think, you know, the key way that you have to look at it, no matter what team you are.
Pass in front, drop back as Johansson had it teed up, and a big cross check at Pontus Holmberg. Stakoviak the other way. Stakoviak had Tiffels lined up. Tiffels in the corner. And
Holmberg's hurt.
He's hurt. He got taken down really hard driving towards the net.
Yeah, his stick broken in half. He ended up down on one knee, and he was really limping, favoring that right side, who's gone to the bench. Trainers are looking at him.
6 minutes to go in this third period. 6-1 Sweden. Here comes Marcus Johansson. In, backhand across, penalty coming up. That was Mueller. Took his man down, driving towards the net, and that will be a penalty. That was Isaac Lundestrom that he took down. So another power play for Sweden when we come back. Welcome back to the 2024 IIHF World Hockey Championship from Prague and Ostrava. And before the break, you saw the penalty. Moritz Mueller in his 12th World Championship in the box.
Yeah, and his penalty he had to take. Right at the net, it's going to be at the weak side. Right here, he's a little bit behind. If that pass gets through, it's a slam dunk. It's going in the net. Some penalties you have to take. Some are bad penalties. Some you go, okay. I'd say that's one of those, you got to do it.
7 minor penalties for Germany in this game. So Sweden certainly had their, I don't think they have to work on the power play at practice on the off day.
Yeah. Well, they've been chasing all game, right? So the more you chase, the more tired you get, the more you're going to end up taking penalties.
They got the big guns out right now. The #1 power play unit. Here's Hedman. He'll dish it in. Eriksson Ek for Erik Karlsson, the captain. Up to Hedman. Hedman, Kempe, across. Wanted Karlsson, just missed him. Karlsson for Hedman. Kempe, one-timer, and we had a great vantage point that missed high left over the net. Hedman again. Kempe leaves it go for Eriksson Ek to Kempe. Raven spinning. Wanted Karlsson. You can see Karlsson got to shake his head. He's going to take a change.
Yeah, they're just looking for that, that play that looks really good. They're not firing just, at will. Lots of chances where they could just shoot and go for rebounds. They're continuing to pass the puck and in some ways just try not to rub it in too much on Germany.
Rasmus Dahlin, he'll lay it back. Here's Burakovsky. Andre Burakovsky over the line, little dish, race shot, and a good one as Johansson right on Niederberger.
Johansson's a good player. He's one of those solid two-way guys too. Good hands, conscientious, knows the clock and the score in a tight game. Lots of playoff experience and winning experience. All those things will be important as this tournament goes on for Sweden.
Rasmus Dahlin reverses. Olofsson down low. Johansson tried to drive that in, and Niederberger was ready. Zetterlund up top. Dahlin. Olofsson rips it. My goodness, how many shots have we seen? And he's got the velocity.
He just smoked. He's a little mad at himself. That one got away from him.
He started his career with 8 straight power play goals. He talked about his power play prowess. He's pretty darn good, and he's got that shot. Olofsson, 5-on-5, penalty over, backdoor feed. And Burakovsky couldn't really lay it anywhere. Here's Johansson. Burakovsky, Johansson. 3:30 to go in this game, 6-1 Sweden. Johansson wanted Burakovsky. That was a good stick. Aylis. Michaelis. Aylis trying to free it up for Germany and get it clear here. Killed off the penalty, but they're hemmed in deep as Fowler. Rushing leaves a big body check on Zetterlund. And now Sweden decides to change, so Germany can settle things down. Jonas Muller. Steal. Froden up top. Follow-up try. Rebound in front. Froden jamming forward as Linus Johansson was there. He got all tangled up in the corner there with Wisman. And up the other way, the backhand in from Alexander Eel. Stakoviak. Couldn't hold the play in as Froden drops it back. There's a cross-check to Turka. Turka and a lot of the German players want to just put this game in the rearview mirror, move on, and get some better vibes going here in Ostrava this tournament. Oh, stick went flying. That was Carl Grundstrom's stick. He collects it. Muller in the corner. Guy Wisman hit by Grundstrom. .205 to go. The Turka at center. Lone man in for Germany trying to cut around, and he couldn't on Tim Heed. And the Swedish fans in the house, final 2 minutes here. They'll start to ramp things up and salute the team that's given them 6 goals. Here's an icing. Well, they're the cream of our group that we've seen so far, Brian.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Nobody has really tested them that bad. There were times against Poland where I thought, you know, they were kind of a little bit sloppy, but you could tell they played with so much confidence that they won the game going away and on the scoreboard. Had Poland been able to score a couple of goals, they could have put them under some stress and made it a game that would have been different, because Poland did create some scoring chances. They should have had 2 goals at least early in the game, which would have made Sweden think a little bit and pick it up. But really, every game they've been in, they played this sort of dissecting game, and it hasn't been really physical. It's been about the kind of puck movement that you're seeing here.
Just the 13 shots here on Samuel Eriksson in his tournament debut. Eriksson backdoor feed at Hedman, cutting into big man. Here's Hedman again.
And even the game they played against the U.S. You know, the U.S. It was the first game of the tournament, right? It wasn't that hot and heavy, heavy-handed, physical, like we're going to run each other. It never really got to that level. I think everybody was just sort of in the mode of, you know, let's kind of get this going. It was a bit of a slow start for the USA. And Sweden got the edge on them and never really let them back up. So I would like to see a rematch of those two teams for sure.
Erik Karlsson will flip this to center, and the fans getting on their feet here inside Ostrava Arena. A great performance. Sweden up 6-1, and the fans will help take us home. Rasmus Dahlin, one last push up that left side, 15 seconds to go. What a move. Oh, Rasmus Dahlin tried to walk it in. Picked off by Elis. Elis, one last shot, and the horn sounds. Sweden, dominant win, 6-1 final.
Yeah, Germany will just go home and get some rest and reset. They've got some games they have to win to get in the medal round. And for Sweden, yeah, they're just going through the paces. Everybody's starting to fall in line. They got a pretty good feel for each other, onward and upward. No one's really come that close to them.
12 saves, all he needed. Samuel Eriksson, Sweden perfect at this tournament on day 4 of the World Hockey Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best players of each team will be awarded by Raiffeisenbank International, official sponsor of the 2024 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship. The prizes will be presented by Lucia Barankova-Velanova, Deputy Mayor of Ostrava, Anders Larsson, IIHF Council Member. Best player of Team Germany, number 83, Lena Federer. Best player of Team Sweden, number 71, Victor Olofsson. Dear all, please rise if you are able to for the national anthem of Sweden. Thank you. And thank you for being part of the 2024 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship. Before you go, have a quick look around you to make sure you have all your belongings with you. And the 2024 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship will continue tomorrow in Ostrava at 16:00.
Keep going, good luck. Good luck, keep going, good luck, man.
2020 Poland against France. Don't miss out. 2024 IIHF World Championship next year. We have enhanced your experience and stay at the heart of the game. Good night, and thank you.
Rasmus, what allowed you guys to be so dominant against Germany tonight?
We played the right way from the start. We took away all the time and space. I mean, we played a full 60 game, which gave us a lot of opportunity to get some offense.
You've played a fair amount of world championships. You guys are perfect right now. What do you think the difference between this team and others is?
Other years?
What this difference between your team and other years' teams have been?
I mean, our lineup is pretty good. We have a really strong decor, and then our forwards are really skilled too. And I mean, we play for each other. We're here to win, so it's a lot of fun.
And then in Swedish, just what do you think has made your team so dominant so far through this tournament?
Det känns som vi har fått ihop laget väldigt bra. Vi är tajta, vi hänger mycket utanför isen och sen mycket skill med puck och utanför puck, så att det är kul. Tack. Tack.
Helmen.
A tough loss for your team. Before, your coach said he switched the lines up a little bit to try to generate more energy, but where did you guys fall short?
Yeah, absolutely. I think 6-1, that's a tough loss. Obviously, that's not the way we wanted to play. That's not what we expect of ourselves. They were extremely good today, I have to say. I felt like they were cycling a lot in our D zone, and then obviously it's tough if we get the puck to create something in the offense. And yeah, it's tough to say where exactly the biggest key was today, but I guess yeah, they were really good today.
You mentioned a difficult time creating offense, just 14 shots, I believe. How do you think you can generate some more going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's exactly what I said before. Like if we're cycling around in our D zone for a minute or two, and we get the puck afterwards, it's hard to create some offense. I feel like on the D zone we were always like half a step short on them. But yeah, no matter what, our goal was to play better in the last period. I guess we did that, and yeah, now we just have to see that we create more energy for the next game.
And then if you can answer this one in German, just where do you feel like you fell short today, and how frustrating is it to kind of have this outcome at the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's frustrating.
Sorry, if you can answer in German.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ja, also ich meine, ist natürlich schwer, jetzt das zweite Spiel in Folge zu verlieren in dem Turnier. Aber nichtsdestotrotz denke ich, wir haben im letzten Drittel auch ein paar gute Sachen drin gehabt, wo wir auf jeden Fall ein positives Resümee draus ziehen können. Und auf den Sachen müssen wir aufbauen und dann aufs nächste Spiel gucken. Okay.
Bra Fabbe! Bästa värmning där ute. Bra boxat idag. Kul att du skrattar. Bra boxat. Jag satt på kanten. Jag gjorde...
Manet.
Dåligt samarbete.